Good afternoon. My name is Scott Redler, Chief Strategic Officer at T3Live.com. Welcome to today's recap and look ahead.
观众朋友们，大家好，感谢您收看本期直击美股，我是主持人 Julie， 在华尔街向您问好。今天是4月24日，星期一，今日股市整体涨幅明显，可以说是给一周带来了一个好头。法国总统大选无疑是重新提振了市场的信心。法国总统候选人马克龙获得了 23.9% 的得票率，勒庞获得了 21.8% 的得票率。从目前的情况来看，马克龙非常有可能会赢得5月7日的法国总统大选。勒庞曾经在此前宣称，如果他赢得总统选举，他将会带领法国脱离欧盟，同时将会严格限制移民。这无疑使得华尔街充满了恐慌。但从目前的形势来看，华尔街重新提振了信心。特朗普总统宣布将在周三发布一个重大的税改方案。由于之前特朗普医改方案的失败，使得投资者非常担心特朗普交易有可能不能够顺利进行。但目前的宣称无疑是重拾了市场的信心。本周还将公布财报的公司包括谷歌、微软、亚马逊等等。纵观全球，除去中国市场出现了 1.4% 的跌幅之外，欧洲市场以及亚洲市场整体涨幅明显。更多的详细资讯，请关注今天的交易员访谈。Hi Scott, stocks rose while volatility gauges plunged. How much weight do you put into the rally?
I think you put a lot of weight because we had a big gap up today that held the majority of it. Didn't gap up and fail, so I think we have new points of reference to trade against.
That's good news.
Yes, if you're long and if you're somewhat of a bull and you're not fighting this market short, because people have been fighting this market short probably since 2012 and they're not that happy. So anyway, if you trade patterns and you trade with us, you know, you follow trends and you look for ways to stay involved and participate responsibly. So if you look at the chart of the S&P cash, lots of different ways to adjust. This was Brexit. Remember Brexit? We plunged right after, came back. This was your accumulation area before making a new high. This was your consolidation going into our Trump election. Came off, came back up, consolidated above it, and then made a new high. So now here we are with another consolidation pattern. Here is your descending trend line, just like you had here and just like you had there. And now we'll see if we could actually hold above it. Okay, I'm not sure how strong or how fast we're going to be, but for now, I'd say if we hold above today's morning low, okay, of 23.69, I think that's super impressive. The longer we do that, the more we could maybe go sideways to then take a move towards 2400. If we were to even fill this gap a little bit, I think it's okay. I think the line in the sand to digest above here, this high is 23.61. So if we could stay above 23.61 to 23.69 and accumulate just like what happened earlier, I think you can be involved for the next move to 2400 plus.
Banks are ripping higher, and Trump is going to announce a big tax reform on Wednesday. So what's your expectations of the banks? Should we put some money into the banks right now?
I bought back Bank of America today. You know, I was neutral, trying to figure out what's next in the banks. We isolated areas to either be long against, to see if they hold or not. And the banks took off today. If you watch the European markets, after the election, the banks were the strongest sector because nothing really changed. No relationships, none of the correlations, because now it's pro-European Union, etc. So if you look here at XLF, we talked about being long verse or not if you were in it, to this 2290. Okay, and basically this held. A neckline becomes a neckline when it breaks it. It never broke it. Okay, now it just cleared the 8 and 21 day. So if it can go sideways above this 21 day now, I think it works its way back towards the 50 day. I did get long Bank of America today. Granted, I didn't have perfect prices into this 22 area. Okay, but today you could have been a buyer and it still looks better. Now we're back above the 8 and 21 day. We'll see if we take back the 50. If you were long and you held it versus 22, good job. If you added today, maybe you get a little better movement.
Many tech companies are going to announce their earnings this week, like Google, like Amazon. Which companies are you paying attention to?
Pretty much all of them. You want to see where the stock is come earnings to see if it's like run into it and it's priced for perfection, or if it's been consolidating as a nice base and maybe could continue to rally post earnings. So there's lots of different ways to play earnings. It depends on your time frame and your risk. If you're an investor, and you've been holding these things for multiple years, stay the course. If you trade for alpha and cash flow, there's an art to it. So if you look now at Amazon, so to speak, Amazon's got earnings on Thursday. Okay, here is a nice bull flag type pattern. I'm hoping that Amazon takes out this 9-10 prior so I could play it before earnings, but then here is your pivot for after earnings. This has had a nice move. If you've been in Amazon, congratulations. Microsoft already just had a big breakout. So Microsoft is already on the move. So at this point, it might be a little priced in. Intel, I think, is still buyable. I think Intel for the long term for your IRA, I think is a great play. So I like Intel. I like everything's going to have a chip. This is your big level in Intel, 38. If you're an investor, don't let these type of events throw you off. Keep putting your money in every single month. And if you're a stock picker, make sure you know your rules and keep watching the show.
非常感谢您收看本期的直击美股，我是主持人 Julie， 祝您交易顺利，我们下期节目再见。